I am lucky enough to be here at the Magic Kingdom for one of the cast previews. So I'm really excited to see kind of how everything is going to go and changes they've made and things that have stayed the same, and just kind of how the whole new normal is going to be. And one big change is that there are no trams running, so no trams whatsoever. So wherever you park, you do have to walk up to the Ticket and Transportation Center and then hop on the monorail or the ferry boat. We'll see if there are any big changes there, but I'm really excited to get inside and see how it goes. Let's go. New change is that you have to have a bag for your electronics. So anything cell phone or bigger goes into the bag. Everything else you can kind of take through with you. So I just thought that was kind of an interesting new change. And then once you get through, obviously you can choose if you want the monorail or the ferry boat, which the ferry boat seems to have less of a queue. So I'm gonna head that way.
Thank you for visiting us today. Just a few reminders. Please wear a face covering. Clean your hands often and thoroughly. Cover your mouth and nose when coughing and sneezing, and maintain physical distancing. Thank you.
So that was the first time ever going on a ride with a mask on, and I have to admit, I did feel a little stupid screaming with a mask on. But, you know, what are you gonna do? It was still really fun. It was nice being on a outdoor ride because it was nice and cool, because it is really, really hot with a mask on. It's not undoable, but it's hot, not gonna lie. Okay, so I just came off the Haunted Mansion, and I was really interested to see how this would work. Because for a lot of the other attractions, it's pretty easy to figure out how they would do social distancing. You know, there's all the lines that are, you know, throughout the entire queue. So you stay on the line, then move up to the next line, fine. And then you get into your ride vehicle and blah, blah, blah. And that's all fine. And it seems pretty straightforward. But for the Haunted Mansion, you know, you're supposed to fill in all the dead space. That's, you know, part of the joke. And when you walk in, you go, there's a big group inside the foyer, and then there's a big group of you inside the stretch room before you're just kind of like shoved on through into the next area. Now, I love the Haunted Mansion. The Haunted Mansion is my absolute favorite attraction. Whether it's the Haunted Mansion, Phantom Manor, Mystic Manor, I don't care. This is my favorite ride. So I was like, okay, well, what are they going to do? Well, it looks like the only thing they could do, and they kind of check out the stretch room. So when you first go in, all the way through the foyer, there are stanchions set up to kind of walk you through. But basically, there are these, you know, there's a queue lined up through the foyer and all the way through one of the stretch rooms with the social distancing markers on the ground. So it's nice and cool in there, but you don't get the stretch room effect. I'm sad to lose that effect because it's such an iconic part of the Haunted Mansion, but what are you going to do? You know, you've got to figure it out one way or the other. And I think this is the best way that they could have. And it still gives you the space. You still get to see everything. It's just, you just don't get the actual stretch effect. So it's still the Haunted Mansion. It's still awesome. I'm going to go on again. So I just did mobile ordering for the first time, and it worked out pretty well. I've got my Jolt float here with my earth-friendly paper straw. Super excited about that. Whew. It is very hot. I'm really looking forward to this, but I can't film and eat at the same time. So I'm going to enjoy my Jolt float and just kind of hover over here since I'm going to have my mask off, and I don't want to walk through the park without my mask on. So, and it's really loud right here. So I'm going to enjoy my float. I'll be right back. Brain freeze. Ah. So I was really wondering how Disney would handle the merchandise thing, because of course for rides, you know, for restaurants, it's pretty easy. You can just kind of regulate how many people are coming in or coming out. But what do you do with a store? So Disney has done a really cool thing is they have a cast member at every entrance and exit, and they've got iPads or some kind of electronic device. And as people are coming in, they're asking how many, just like they would for an attraction, counting how many people are actually in the shop and stopping people if there are too many. And then as people are exiting, they're taking the number off the total. So it's a really, really cool way to make sure that you can social distance, that everyone can get in and out of the shops, but that it isn't a total mob scene in there. And I was really wondering how they would handle that. And I thought this is the most clear, simple, easy way to do it. So kudos to Disney definitely for figuring out how to handle the shops. Okay, there's absolutely no one around me, so I'm taking my mask down just for a second to let everyone know that there is something that may surprise you all, is that you do actually have to have a mask when you come in here, but an actual mask. It cannot be a neck gaiter. So just fair warning, neck gaiters, face masks. And that being said, let's head back in. I think this is a sign that my day here is at an end. I had a great time. This is actually really nice and cooling. But it was a wonderful time here at the Magic Kingdom. I hope that everyone that gets to come to the Disney parks has a safe, healthy, happy time as well.